Welcome back, folks. Sport Federation TV. We, of course, carry on talking about what's happening in the sport in the Western Cape and, of course, across the various districts. And you'll remember that last year we, of course, caught up with Sensei Ronnie Knott. He's, of course, also the chairperson of Overberg Karate. They've been very active. And Ronnie joined us a few times last year, which was great. So we could find out what was happening with karate in the Overberg area. And they've been active, of course, under the COVID regulations. But we thought we, of course, had to catch up with Ronnie, or Sensei Ronnie, as we should refer to him in the Japanese terminology. Sensei Ronnie, welcome back.
Thank you, JP. It's great to be back again, and thanks for your coverage on what's happening in the Overberg within the federation. It's great. Really appreciate it.
No, it's fantastic. Did I get the name right there? SA JKA, is that the style?
That's correct. Yeah, we're SA JKA. We directly affiliated to JKA Japan in Tokyo. So, yeah, that's correct.
Just for the viewers that are out there that are watching right now, what does JKA stand for?
Well, that's the Japanese Karate Association. So they the mother, you could say, the mother style of Shotokan. And there's many organizations of the style of Shotokan karate. JKA, the Japanese Karate Association, being one of the largest at the moment in the country. And we've got a very big following in South Africa with our chief instructor, Johanna Franse. Yeah.
So do you get also, when you get JKA, which is Japanese Karate Association, do you also get other countries, AKA, America, AKA, or Netherlands, AKA? So what's the difference between another country, JKA, and Japan, JKA? Have I got? Don't worry about it. I probably
no. I'd love to answer that because it's just shows the true tradition of JK karate. I say to my students all the time, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, in what country, we teach the Japanese Karate Association curriculum. So in Spain, it's not done in Spanish, it's done in Japanese. All our terminology, as you'll know also from your style, everything's in Japanese. So that's the beauty. It's an international curriculum. So when I teach my students here, if they decide to relocate to Germany, they'll understand it 100% because all the terminology is done in Japanese. And that's the beauty of it. And yes, we're probably in every country in the world. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Ronnie, you guys, of course, had some activity over the festival, or just towards the end of last year. You managed to have some seminars with your chief instructor down here in Hermanus.
Yes, it was amazing for us to get outdoors. We had it at the Curo School on their AstroTurf, which is beautiful. We managed to get with our sponsors, Coal and Max Petroleum. We got extra funding in, and we brought down our chief instructor, Sensei Johanna Grange, and we had it on the AstroTurf. It was really fantastic. I actually thought that the turf would be slippery, but it wasn't. It was brilliant to train on. We did a nice bit of technical outdoor training, and for juniors and seniors.
Ronnie, let's take a look. You've made a little video there. Looks fantastic. The weather is great, but let's take a look at the video and we can see it firsthand. looks absolutely fantastic. I see you've got support there from Hermanus Toyota, Max Petroleum, and Coal wood-fired hot tubs. Great to have sponsors supporting the initiatives like this in the Overberg, Ronnie.
Absolutely, JP. And, they're all actually parents. Their kids do karate with us. So like you say, they're always first to put up their hands when we need support financially. And it just shows that they're 100% behind what their kids do and what we're doing as a federation.
So do you now that he's come down, I mean, we know that when you have chief instructors or high quality, high level instructors come down, they show some techniques that it sometimes catches you by surprise and you go, wow, I never saw that before. I never thought about it like that. Do you now take those techniques and start building them into your classes?
Absolutely. You can go and train in Japan and you come back with different techniques. You can do your own techniques here, but that's the beauty of training with our chief instructor. He's dynamic in what he does, and he comes up with combinations that, yes, 100%. I think we all got caught on the back foot on that class, and they fast techniques. And that's the beauty of his. If you watch his videos and his kumite, where he's fought in the World Cup finals in Japan, he's extremely, extremely explosive from A to B, and he does that in his combinations. So yes, it's brilliant. So we'll carry on. It's a bit of rejuvenation for us, and we get out of our boredom of the standard Kion all the time. So no, we really appreciate it when he does come down. Yeah, 100%.
We also notice, of course, there that it's part of the Overberg District Sport Council structures, being Overberg Karate, and you had the banner there showing the Overberg Sport Council logo. And you took advantage of this to do some workshops there for some of your kids at karate in Overberg.
Yeah, 100%. It's quite involved to try and explain. You understand it, but in layman's terms, Overberg Karate is made up of many different styles. Goju-ryu, JKA, Shotokan. So there's different styles that it's made up of. So to bring them together, we could only do kumite, which is the fighting. Obviously, we can't do kata. You got a chief instructor that teaches one style of kata. So if we did kata, it would be very difficult because you've got a multitude of different styles. So hence the combinations of kumite only, which generally is similar throughout styles other than kata. So you are a little bit limited, but yes, so the Overberg area consists of multiple different styles of karate.
And then at the same time, Ronnie, you took advantage of the opportunity to get everybody together to do an awareness course.
Yes, so the awareness course was then conducted on the Saturday morning, which was very successful. Once again, it's not a self-defense course at all. One of my friends actually made a comment on social media yesterday where self-defense doesn't exist, and he's 100% correct. To try and teach people to defend themselves, it's a lifetime of training, not 10 years, not 20 years, not 30. It's a lifetime. It's really a long time. So this is more an awareness course for a mother and daughter. The idea is also then to have an awareness course for father and son, because at the end of the day, we're trying to address the victims and not the perpetrators. So we're looking at doing that in terms of awareness. Obviously, the men's one and the women's one will be completely different. So being aware, don't be walking to your car at night. Rather get somebody to go with you to your car. Don't be on the garden path on the coastal doing a walk just before it's light. So things like that. Be aware of your surroundings, and if your inner sense, you feel in your inner sense says to you, I shouldn't be doing it, then listen to it.
Ronnie, fantastic chatting with you. We're looking forward to that. We're looking for a lot of photographs, a lot of videos, exactly like we said last year, and we'll obviously hopefully catch up with you again soon. And well, if we're looking at the fantastic, you guys are absolutely blessed with the environment that you've got there. Open spaces, beautiful mountains. What more could one want?
Exactly. Just a little bit more training.
Absolutely. Of course, we have to wait and see what all the regulations say. Hopefully things keep going, staying positive. But Ronnie, thanks for all the work that you're doing out there, and we'll catch up again soon.
Absolute pleasure. And thank you once again for your coverage on the Overberg Karate Federation. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much, JP.
Thanks, Ronnie. There we go, folks. Sensei Ronnie Knott, the chairperson of Overberg Karate, and of course an instructor with JKA South Africa. And I think it's fantastic to see that we have some national instructors coming around the country and doing road shows and getting involved with the clubs where they can. Of course, as we know at the moment, everything is happening under very, very strict COVID regulations. Social distancing is being practiced, and all sport codes have got a very specific sport regulation that they have to apply in order to be active. Folks, we'll take an ad break. When we come back from the break, we'll carry on talking about sport in the province. Back in a sec. Don't go away.